What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric. Today I'm doing a quick review on a film I just saw last night. It's been out for about a week or so. It's called CONCLAVE, and it's a film about one of the world's most secretive and ancient events, selecting the new Pope. Cardinal Lawrence, I would say, is the main character in this film. He's put in charge of the conclave. What is the conclave? It's a process of selecting the new Pope after the previous one passes away. And all the most powerful leaders within the Catholic Church gather within the Vatican and go through this very interesting process, which on the face of it doesn't sound like it's something so interesting that it could be made into a full-length movie. But in this case, there's scandal, there's corruption. It's like a political thriller. There's twists and turns. The voting process makes it really intriguing. It's not just they vote one time and have a new Pope. They will vote over and over and over until one candidate gets the 2/3 of the vote that they need to be elected Pope. And we see a lot of parallels with the way the election goes here and the way your typical political election might go. And there's one happening right now in the United States. There's disagreements on policies. There's conservatism versus liberalism. There's this fear that, if this guy gets elected, we're screwed, right? Everything, he's going to destroy everything. And so I really got into this movie and I was curious where it would go, because the main candidates sort of changed as the film went along. Some of them would go down with some massive scandal. Some others would rise and suddenly become relevant. And because they can vote for anyone. The cardinals could vote for any other cardinal in that room, if I'm understanding it correctly. So this is the film that the acting is key here. It's so important because poor acting could have ruined this movie. It's not like it's an action movie. It's not a comedy. There's not, I don't think, any jokes in this movie. It's just a really intriguing story on the election of the new Pope, and the actors have to make the viewer feel the seriousness of the situation. They have to believe what's happening, and all of the acting was absolutely phenomenal. They really make you understand the problems and the controversies within this entire process, and the fact that there wasn't a real candidate that was rising throughout most of the movie that could possibly replace the previous Pope, who was perfect for the job, a very beloved Pope. So, and now you have all these new candidates, and it's like, are we just gonna pick the best of the worst? So it's an interesting, really interesting movie, and it's really intriguing. Now, I will say, religious people, especially Catholics, might be offended by this movie, and there is a final twist that might really offend them. I didn't see this twist coming at all. I felt like it was kind of sudden, kind of out of left field, but there is some dialogue earlier in the movie that set it up, but it's not something that I think you could predict. And I didn't think that final twist was really that impactful. It was like, what? And then the movie kind of was over quickly, and that wasn't the twist that did it for me. I thought that a lot of the other twists and turns just throughout the story were more impactful, and that's what made it for me. I just loved the ride of going through this movie. That final twist at the end was just like, wow, I didn't see that one coming, but it wasn't like I was blown away at all. But I'm not going to spoil it. I'll just say that throughout this film, it was very captivating. Great music, great acting, amazing cinematography. There's some things that happen that would be against the traditions of the Catholic Church. And there's so much corruption behind the scenes here that it might offend some Catholics, thinking, no way that this, cardinals wouldn't behave this way or this and that. But at the end of the day, they're all human beings. Even the Pope is just a human being. People make mistakes, and some people are going to be more moral than less, regardless of the fact that they hold such high positions within the Catholic Church. So personally, I really loved this one. I thought this was a great story. I thought the acting was phenomenal, and I thought as a whole, it was freaking awesome, and I can't wait to buy it on Blu-ray and add it to my collection. But if you've seen it, let me know your thoughts down below. It's a movie I can see myself rewatching every year, every couple of years. So it really was that good for me. I really like this one a lot, and I would recommend it unless you're just someone who doesn't, I'm not in the Catholic Church. I'm not a Catholic, so I just get the sense that, and I've seen some commentary online that tells me this might be offensive to some. So just know yourself, check out the trailer maybe. But for me, I really enjoyed this one. Have a great day, y'all, and we'll see you in the next one.